But what are some of the factors? You were on the board, am I correct?
Well, I've been in their selection committee 3 times, so I've gone to Texas and read Gilman applications.
Okay, and what was that like?
Basically, they send you this huge stack of paperwork, and you're never reading for your state, so you're reading for, like, I can't remember which states I've read for. I think I've read, like, Massachusetts, and so then you get this stack, and you have all these applications, and it's a student's name, where they want to go, sort of just the basics, and then their essays, and then the transcript. So those are the pieces you're looking at. So what you do is you sort of, usually you're reading them before you get to Gilman, you rank them, and then you sit in a room and you have someone else who's also read the same applications, and then it starts off by it's a lot like Fulbright. It's modeled on the Fulbright process, and so what you do is they'll say, okay, number 1, okay, what's your ranking? And it's like 1 through 5, and you go, I say 1, I say 2, and so then they write down, I say this is a 3, this is a 4, Any application that there's great disparity on, like if I say this person's a 1, they say it's a 5, we go back, we discuss it, and then someone might change theirs. So then from there, it's like, then you start kind of, well, the 5 is, I can't remember which is high and which is low, but anyhow, if a 5 is like the lowest, then you start kind of looking at the higher. And so then you start, discussing individual applications. You're like, okay, these are top ones. Oh, well, and then Gilman, well, the student is going to Senegal. She's a student at the VMI, Virginia Military Institute, I think, and she's got a good essay, so maybe, she should be in our top. So you're kind of ranking them, and then within Gilman, so you rank all of the applications, and then there's a cutoff point where Gilman says, okay, the first 20 will definitely get them. Okay. And then you also, too, at that, you revisit, is there anyone we forgot? It's like Gilman wants, like, community college students to apply. And community college students rarely apply to study abroad. But they want to encourage that, and so, if we had a community, and it is different, like sometimes they will say, well, we've got extra funding, the State Department really wants us to push Arabic language, so if you have one who wants to study Arabic, they need to be kind of moved up. So it really depends, like, because it is federal government money, sometimes they do kind of say.
Okay.
So I would say the criteria is really, from my perspective, I tell the students, like, grades don't matter as much as, like, a thoughtful essay, and really someone who's looked into the program can really say, like, these are the kinds of classes I'll take, these are the field trips we'll go on, this is what we're going to do, this is why, these are my goals, just someone who can really articulate that. Because it can be anything, because some people are like, oh, I really want to go to England, and S is why, and it really fits their needs. And so just kind of being able to articulate to someone.
So what are some of the really great, projects that students have proposed that you've seen?
I'm trying to remember. I can't think of a specific project, but I think things that have, well, like an ongoing impact, something that would benefit, because a lot of students would say, I'm going to go do a presentation in a high school class. Like, okay, that's fine. But something like, we can put it on our website. Like, John is a Gilman scholar. He's working today. And he did an advising sheet for social science majors. So how a social science major can fit in a study abroad.
Okay.
And so he spent all the time, did all the research. I read it, the academic department. So then now it's on our website.